If you are one of the blessed minority who is currently feeling unbothered by the state of the world and are absolutely personally thriving financially, professionally, relationally, and physically, feel free to continue about your business and skip this message. This video and this page is for the majority of us, the rest of us, who may be experiencing any of a myriad different forms of interference in your life. This could be confusion around your career, it could be confusion around your identity, it could be relationship challenges or sense of disconnection, ongoing private struggles with addiction, psychic interference, sense of spiritual attack or bad luck, nightmares that aren't synthesizing into clarity, insomnia, health issues, inexplicable weight gain or weight loss, nervousness, anxiety, depression, or just a general sense of disenchantment, a lack of passion, creative blocks. All of these can be symptoms of interference. And this interference is very, very strong right now. And I have a proposal for you. I want to ask you a question. I want to ask you this. What if I told you that you could make a difference in the state of the world and that you could transform the experience that you're having into an experience of alignment, connection, and prosperity, and a sense of rebirth and revitalization? But in order to do that, you would have to turn inward and face your own darkness and take responsibility for your part of this collective shadow energy that we are in. I want you to notice how it feels in your body when I propose that that might be the solution and that that might be the only solution. Do you feel very excited and urgent to run out there and dive into your shadow and start looking at your own darkness? Maybe some of you do. If you do, please stay with me. I definitely want you on my team. If you don't, you're probably a lot like me, where you have different, well-established protective patterns that really don't want to be uncomfortable, that really don't want to let go of the creature comforts that are helping them feel secure, and maybe have a lot of different awesome ways of helping you avoid doing exactly that. If you feel constriction, if you feel resistance, I want to ask you it in this way now. What if I told you that the only way to live the life of your highest potential, the only way to actually give birth to the creative dreams and actually embody and refine the mastery of your God-given birthright of talents and superpowers is, again, to turn inward and face your own darkness and take radical responsibility for everything that you find there? Does that make you more excited to do this? Maybe not. Do you still feel the constriction? Do you still feel resistance? Do you have a voice telling you or me that you don't have that darkness and that you're not the same as all of the other shadows that you see in the world? If not, please stay with me, be on my team. If so, I want to ask you this. What if I told you that that untended darkness, the parts of your shadow that you are most afraid to turn inward and face, carry essential gifts? They are innocent, good, and absolutely vital for your prosperity, your quality of life, and your enjoyment of the time that you have here on earth. If the only way to live the life of your highest desire was to face those parts of you and integrate them, then would you be more excited to do that work now? Maybe, maybe not. Now, my final question for you. What if I told you that if you don't, if you refuse, if you prolong the turning inward and befriending your own darkness, facing it, owning it, redeeming it, integrating it. If you do not do that, that good, innocent darkness that wants to be seen and loved and reclaimed by you as an aspect of your soul will destroy you, will quite literally destroy and sabotage everything that you desire in your life, your relationships, your goals, your finances, your health, until it kills you. And if you are a grown adult like me, chances are you've been feeling a whisper of that potential that you could step into for a very long time. If you have not felt yourself step into that potential, if you still feel interference, if you still feel distraction, if you still struggle with habits and patterns of self-destruction, chances are you've been going a long time saying, not yet. I'm not yet ready to sacrifice the things that harm me. I'm not yet ready to transcend the relationship. I'm not yet ready to let go of the beliefs or the stories that are helping me feel secure. If you've been in that state of not yet for a long time, I am begging you to choose now. Choose now at this time in the collective story to say yes to your potential. Now, why do people not do this? We all know that there is some treasure in our shadow, that there is something waiting for us on the other side of whatever it takes for us to overcome those addictions or those self-destructive behaviors, and even for us to just face our own inner world. Yet here we are so often spending so much time in our day-to-day lives, especially now with the rise of AI and the vast imbalance of how much time we spend in the realm of the digital world, in our screens and technology. Here we are skimming the surface and making less and less time to go into the depths because it doesn't feel like an emergency. And it's deeper than that. It's because it's uncomfortable. It's not a lot of fun to do shadow work, or at least it hasn't been. But I have a new story for you. I have something for you that's going to transform this vital, essential, imperative, and urgent work into play. It's going to feel like making art. It's going to feel like a treasure hunt. And it is going to be a romantic and joyous and delightful courtship of your full spectrum self, your darkest parts, your demons, all of the skeletons in your closet. They can come home in a way that feels really good for you and is a lot of fun to do. So my name is Caitlyn Howe. I am the founder and the host of the Slayers Club, which is a brand new shadow play program that helps offer you a ritual art map and a tried and true protocol for doing this deep and potent work of reclaiming the lost parts of your soul that have been relegated to the realm of shadows and are part of the great collective shadow that is all interconnected, that is the source of some of the most horrific and dark and disturbing realities of the human experience in modern time. We have a moral obligation to be brave and to rise to the occasion of these times. And I have a way for you to do that right from the seat that you're sitting in your own home, in the privacy of your own heart, in a way that feels good, in a way that really alchemizes shame and embraces everything that you are, so you can fully step in to the future that wants to happen on planet Earth for the human race. It needs our courage and it needs our shadow. So what exactly does this take? Well, when we can't save the entire world, we have to start with our own little garden. And our garden is our soul, it's our body, it's our mindset, it's our nervous system. Rather than focusing again on a new program that circulates around the nervous system, which is very important, we're just not going to frame it that way. We're going to make this approachable and appetizing. to all the parts of ourselves, to all of our senses. What we are going to be doing, more so than pathologizing, is we are going to be mythologizing our shadow integration process by facing our inner vampires. To begin, we're going to get to know a whole cast of characters when it comes to the realm of demons. But we're going to focus on the vampire, and I'm going to help you get to know what a vampire energy looks and feels like in your life. That's going to be the vampires inside of yourself and the vampires around you, the vampires you are giving permission to be in the home of your personal space. So after many years of direct personal experience, yes, I have 8 years of personal experience as a facilitator and as a coach and a teacher and a ceremonialist, and I draw from all of that. But the real experience that I am bringing into the Slayers Club program is from walking boots on the earth in my ordinary life experience in the wildness of the mundane, with my own shadows, with my own shit, with my own addictions and toxic relationships and self-destructive habits, and everything that I have learned from that walk, I have gathered and resourced and architected into a palatable and even delicious and fascinating protocol for you to apply into a daily practice that you get to make your own. It's going to be a creative process, not prescriptive. And we're going to do this in multiple ways, through creative assignments and prompts, through side quests, through missions, through connection and sharing. But there's going to be 3 fundamental pieces that we're going to work with to help slay the scarcity and separation that your vampire perceives. Number 1 is going to be our interview with the vampire practice. This is fundamental, and this is what you're going to learn in the course. This is going to be a parts work dialogue process that will incorporate elements of ritual theater, and will also be drawing from a very ancient Buddhist feeding of the demons practice, and it will all be synthesized into one practice that will help you build a relationship with the parts of you that you've been hiding out of shame or guilt or fear, the parts of you that you don't know, that you don't understand, and you're going to help them become angelic allies instead of demons on your shoulder whispering and tempting you to destroy yourself. Part 2 is going to be a bloodletting practice, which you can incorporate into poetry, creative writing, or the use of your voice. So this is going to be all about truth telling. This is fundamental and primary, and it's cathartic, and it's going to be a way that we integrate the subconscious of the body with the surface level consciousness of the conscious mind, the ego construct, the identity that we want to be, and help it come into union with all of us so we can discover more of the truth of our power, and so we can unburden the body and step back into a life of vitality and energy. And number 3 is going to be about coming back to life, coming back down to earth, getting into the body, getting back in touch with nature, getting back in touch with real people, and helping yourself receive the nourishment of aliveness. This is coming home to the mother. So we are going to bind ourselves to a devotion to recreate this balance that's being lost right now. And how do we do that? How do we keep ourselves in this devotion? We are going to leverage the ancient technology of sacrifice. Throughout time immemorial, for as long as we have storytelling, we have history of sacrificial action being taken when a human being is making contact with, reaching out to, or in communion with a higher power. Your investment in this program is your sacrifice. That's actually kind of at the heart of everything that we spend our money on. Now, we offer the money that we spend into any given program or anything that we purchase, any resource, any sort of exchange, and then we receive the gift that comes from that as an exchange for our sacrifice of value. So you will be making a sacrifice by stepping into this program that is part of what anchors you to the practice and helps you receive the magic of what's here. But you will also be invited to really put some blood on the altar, so to speak, to really feel into something that you are currently doing or experiencing or attached to that you know is actually feeding a vampire in or around you. And maybe you have some resistance to letting that go, but that's a hint that there's value there for you. And so we are going to commit together to let go of, make a sacrifice of something of great value to us and to our vampires especially, for a period of time to help create this ceremonial container that will hold us in a field of magic as we do this deep inner work. I'm going to recommend 30 days for you. I'm going to help encourage you to hold yourself accountable. And ultimately, I'm going to give you all the tools of ritual devotion that will help you want to hold yourself accountable. So on the other side of this journey, you can look forward to stepping into the summer season in better health, in deeper rest, in more radiance, having cleared the resistance or the obstacles to any creative block that you're experiencing, having alchemized any stories of scarcity that are manifesting as financial interference in your life. You're going to step into the archetype of this slayer. The slayer slays. The slayer knows his or her worth, beauty, and embodies that magnetism, embodies that power, is the living embodiment of the potential. So as we step deeper into the Slayer archetype, we also start to unlock superpowers such as true free will and discernment and the deep embodied desire to choose what brings us more alive. Right now, this space is open. We have 7 weeks of guided experiences, live calls, downloadable materials, practices, and creative prompts that are going to juice you up for the most alive, pleasurable, and creative, embodied, and fully activated summer. And I don't usually offer refunds because I want to call forward participation. I respect what I create and I respect my own time. But I will say, being that this is a new program that I am so passionate about and I believe in so much, if you do register and you do all of the homework and you turn it into me, if you still don't feel like you got your money's worth and experienced a fundamental change and got resources that can help you for the rest of your life when you complete all of the assignments, I will go ahead and gladly give you your money back. I'm very confident that you won't want it back, but you have that there if you need it. I hope you will take the leap, try it out, come join us, and get ready to slay this summer.